Greetings to you. I'm Keith Massey. If you saw my last video, the story of my beard, you may recall that the status of this thing was in some potential jeopardy upon my arrival in Romania. Well, as I speak to you, it's Friday evening, July 3rd. I've been in Romania for more than 24 hours, and this thing is still here. I'll tell you the story. We left Newark Airport at 5:25 p.m. on Wednesday, July 1st. We flew on United. United had announced that as of June 1st, they were implementing a major upgrade to the food service of their flights. And I gotta tell you, it was noticeable. I'd recommend United for anything, the quality of their service, the promptness of their flights, but the meals I had on that flight were terrific. So kudos to you, United Airlines. We arrived in Munich on the morning of Thursday, July 2nd. We had about an hour and a half layover, and I like to enjoy the local flavor of a place, even if it's a little thing. And so, while we waited, we had 2 beers made there in Munich. Onward we went to Bucharest, Romania. We arrived in Bucharest at around noon, and our neighbor Virgil picked us up at the airport and took us back to our apartment. As we are approaching the front door of our apartment, I say to my wife, you see there's a sign there on the door. And she says, oh God, please, let it not be hot water. Indeed it was. We read this sign which says that hot water of this building is interrupted until at least 1800 hours on Friday, July 3rd. Now, when you're in Romania, you just got to roll with the stuff. You see, this apartment that I'm in is one of about 30 apartments in this block of flats, which is itself identical to dozens of other blocks just like it that were built at the same time. See, none of these buildings has its own hot water heater. There's some central building somewhere that just is the hot water heater for maybe a dozen of these things. Our neighbor Virgil, for instance, he's like 2 buildings over from us. He doesn't have hot water right now either. So every now and then they have to fix these things, and you're just informed you don't have hot water. I experienced something like this years ago when I was in Iraq. One morning we went to take our showers and there was no hot water. So we told the authorities of our base, and they said, well, the hot water heater must be broken. We're in a war zone, and we're just not going to fly somebody in to fix this hot water heater. So you just got to make the best of it. And so we did. A month into that, I was looking at the hot water heater and I noticed there was this little switch, and I turned it upward and a little light turned on. It turns out that the hot water heater was just turned off for that month. And after I turned it back on, we had hot water for the rest of my stay there. So anyway, the cold shower I took last night was not at all comfortable. Also very uncomfortable was the reaction of my mother-in-law to this beard. I went into the apartment, she took one look at me, and she just turned away and said, you're going to get that shaved off tomorrow. I walked up to her, I traditionally, I'll kiss her on each cheek to greet her in the Romanian fashion, and she just pushed me away and said, you're getting that shaved off tomorrow. I said, Mama, accept me as I am. I like this beard. You're getting that shaved off tomorrow. You see, she wouldn't even look at me. So we head into the evening, and that's all I get from her. On and on it goes. Every now and then, she's not looking at me, she'll just say, you're getting that shaved off tomorrow. I was exhausted from the trip, and finally, I'm going to admit, in a moment of weakness, I said to her, okay, Mama, if this means so much to you, tomorrow I will go get this shaved off. But I've just told you I'm getting it shaved off. Please, let us have peace with the rest of this evening. Here's her reaction to that. You're getting it shaved off tomorrow. I'm going to admit, in that moment, I was angry. I was exhausted. I was trying to be charitable to this 89-year-old woman. But in that instant, I said to myself, oh no, I'm not. I love this beard. And I came up with a new ploy. You're getting that shaved off tomorrow. to which I didn't respond at all. Into the evening we go. Every now and then, she's never looking at me the entire evening. "You're getting that shaved off tomorrow." And I say nothing. Last thing she says to me before she goes to sleep, "You're getting that shaved off tomorrow." I say, "See you in the morning, Mama." In the morning, we're having our breakfast, we're drinking our coffee, and she says, "You're going immediately to get that thing shaved off." And I said nothing. We went into our errands. We exchanged our money, for instance, and I got to tell you, right now the dollar turns into the Romanian currency at a rate of 1 to 4. It's never been that good. We're going to really, in fact, be rolling in it all summer. I get back, and she doesn't even respond. But this time now, she's looking at me, she's talking to me. It's as if she's forgotten about the issue. It is now been hours since we got back from that errand. Only once today did she say, while looking at me and talking to me, she said, "You need to go to the barber and get that thing shaved off." And I didn't respond. And otherwise, she's reacting to me normally. In other words, if only once a day she's going to tell me to shave this off, and I say nothing, and otherwise we're fine, I've weathered the storm, people. This beard has survived Romania, and I am not shaving it off. Tomorrow's July 4th, and I'll share tomorrow my thoughts about what it's like to celebrate July 4th outside the United States. Also, yesterday was the third time in a row we successfully brought frozen organic meat in our checked luggage to Romania. I'll tell the story in an upcoming video about the time we first attempted this and how it was a near disaster. Talk to you soon.